Guys, my one job is to click play on this YouTube video.
Hi, I'm Elijah, nursing student and aspiring filmmaker. This video isn't really a vlog, more like a behind-the-scenes journal of my time working on the creative marketing team over at Biola's SMU. Whether you're a filmmaker, a creative, or just someone figuring it out like me, I hope this video encourages you to tell stories that matter. I'll be walking you through how we planned, shot, and edited a 90-second campaign film with the sole purpose of inspiring close to 5,000 students to live out God's calling over their lives. And even if you aren't a Christian, I hope this video is still helpful. And yes, I'll be sharing some of the gear we used and my reflections of what I learned along the way. Quick disclaimer, nothing about this project was perfect, and that's sort of the point. I'm not a professional in any capacity, and while I've worked on film sets in lighting and cam department, this project was different in the sense that Naylah and I essentially cooked up the production, cinematography, and creative direction with minimal crew and resources.
Yes. Hey guys, this is your Markov. This is your Hey guys. Hey everyone, this is your 2024-2025 Marcom staff. I'm Lucas.
I'm Naylah.
I'm Bina.
I'm Claire.
I'm Elijah.
I'm Christina.
We just spent 40 minutes doing high-low Buffalo, and now we have 20 minutes to do actual work.
So after being given the theme and the verse from the conference directors, we jumped straight into the ideating process. Over the course of 2 months and nearly 15 meetings, some of them stretching close to 3 hours, our storyline started to take shape. Filmmaking is almost always collaborative, and while working on a team can be energizing, one of the first challenges we ran into was communicating our vision clearly. Tons of ideas were pitched, but we realized pretty quickly we needed to find a way to ground our concepts in reality. Creating individual storyboards before our meetings ended up being a huge help for everyone getting on the same page and tackling that communication gap. Yeah, so we get basically a third character, and this third character has been in the subway already. So imagine the second character coming into the subway kind of in a rush, and then he sits down, and then we cut. So that guy, second character, in a rush, goes into the subway, and then from the subway he sits down, but somehow that whip pans to this person. Once we had a rough outline of the story, we began planning around possible filming locations and talent. Because of Naylah and I's background in cinematography, most of our ideating sessions revolved around props, lighting, and a shot list. Not everyone works this way in pre-production, and arguably no one should ever, because good storylines generally start with a script. But with limited time we had, and since the film was written without any dialogue, we had to streamline our workflow and focus on telling the story solely through visuals and sound design. Again, we had to think in terms of practicality, because while we had a decently sized budget, we wanted to keep the crew small, the talent within the community, and our locations not incredibly far. I think all the money we actually spent on this project was toward the birthday cake. Somehow plans started to take form, and we locked in the locations, talent, crew, and equipment. Filming was broken down over the course of 2 days, about 5 hours at the office, 4 hours at the birthday party, and 4 hours at the subway, which was about 30 days out from our deadline. Production can go south pretty quickly, so fortunately we were able to pivot when needed, and everyone was super flexible. I take a lot of inspiration from Danny Gavertz and Carlos Digliano. I would highly recommend you checking out their work. Film sets can get stressful, but just be kind, remain calm, and have fun.
And cut light.
It's really not that deep.
Let me cook, and then when it rings, they're off. I go I put them on, and then or is that too fast?
Like, would it be weird if it goes from
Did he cook?
He might have cooked.
Naylah and I operated as co-directors and co-DPs, which I know is not traditional in any way, but somehow it worked. Filmmaking takes a lot of trust, and even though we had to compromise on a lot of creative clashes, I think the film is better because of it. We kept our camera gear pretty simple. This whole film was shot on an FX3 with Sigma art primes and my trusty Sigma 2.8 28 to 70mm. While there was an area in the mix, we decided to only use it for an interview setup of the conference directors. Word of advice, don't make the mistake of filming 50 minutes worth of footage on OpenGate RAW. Yeah, we were fortunate enough to pull in a Gaffer, an AC, a grip, and Bina and Lucas, who were faithful enough to hang out on set as PAs. Post-production was a fun little time. We really had no idea if this film was even gonna come together. I spent way too many hours color grading, and I underestimated how important sound design really is. There were so many moments where we just had to pause and spend time together praying. We really wanted to be intentional with this project. Gen Z really doesn't need another hype video for Jesus. Looking back, there are a few things we would have changed, like the color grade on the birthday party scenes, or perhaps the ending scene where Michael doesn't pick up the phone. But again, welcome into the messy process. If you found this video helpful or inspiring in any way, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Gap between the train and the platform.